And go. All right, welcome to episode 111 of Those Millennials podcast. Today I'm your humble, gracious, and highly favored host, Kay the Classic. I'm here with my nearest and dearest, my boys in real life. Jesse's here, touching on his Buffalo Bills Josh Allen jersey. Jesse, how you feeling? How you doing?
Happy to be alive, man. That's all I can say.
How's your mental health? How's your pockets?
Not great, but we're gonna keep going.
Straight up, that's the answer. Right. Rail's here. What's going on, Rail? With the signature Yankee hat. What's going on? How's your pockets? How's your mental health?
No one cares, but I'm come here, so let's go.
I'm trying to laugh through the pain. So off the top, man, first of all, thank you for listening. Let me start off with everything. We really appreciate you guys taking the time and really engaging with us and listen to our podcast. Whether you listen to on podcast forms or on YouTube. Off the top, I just want to send thoughts and prayers and condolences to all the victims and everybody that was affected in the Buffalo shooting that happened over this weekend. I don't know why. I mean, now I know why, but for whatever reason, oh shit. All right, I'll try to fix that. I can't. No, I can't. But this has really affected me, man. I'm not gonna even lie to you, and not just taking out. And then Rail you just brought up an incident that happened in California that I wasn't aware of. But what happened? Rail, can you mute it? Oh, it's just okay. So Rail's still muted, but I guess he told me.
It was supposedly a church shooting. 10 people were shot at the California church. I don't have the exact facts of it. I'm getting it as it comes in. As unfortunately, you have to go through social media, which is your first way of finding out news. Unfortunately nowadays, but
right, yeah. Like this effect. Like there's. We talked about before we hit record, and this is kind of hard for me to talk about, but like. Does anybody have any real reason why you guys feel like we're being weird? When I say weird, Black people, do you feel like we're being targeted? Because I have a working theory. Anybody?
If I truly want to say what I'm questioning about, I really think it's, I don't know. Like I think it's in between, like, you know, the people that the Proud Boys that popped out, you know, and marched the Capitol. I think low key, like this has been an uproar since Trump. Like I think these are planned uproars that the people that whoever, you know, is against, like though the Proud Boy, you know, I don't even know that organization. I don't even want to speak on it. I don't know if they're saying the name right, but that organization,
few people,
yeah. Whoever the organization is, I don't know if there's a planned attacks or, but I don't know. It just seemed like these are planned, contrived moments of anger and fucking disgusting acts of terrorism, and these people don't deserve to live, and we need to stop this. Like, I don't know. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So if Jesse doesn't have anything to say, let me just start by saying my working theory is, I think, I mean, so for years, we were the minority, which we're still being called, right? But I saw some numbers about population, and now us Black people are outpopulating white people, colonizers. So I think some of these instances are, as the news wanted to call them, lone wolf.
Send me that article, because I find it very hard to believe that Black people are out populating white people.
No, well, black and brown. Black and brown.
Oh, okay.
Minority.
Yeah. We're grouped together.
I was like,
we're grouped together in this.
That makes a lot more sense.
Our black and brown brothers.
Black people alone we're still the smallest group.
I'm counting our black and brown. I'm counting our brethren of the black and brown community.
Sorry, but continue.
that's why some of these states are, what's going on with and we didn't talk about this last week purposely because we as men like to stay out of women business, and women, even though the government is trying to be a part of women's business with abortions, how some what states are trying to, they're just trying to do some nasty shit out here in these streets to stop people from repopulating, man, in my opinion. This is my working theory. I mean, I don't have any facts to back it up. I just feel like they see that our numbers are growing and we populate more than them, if like I said, if we count the black and the brown. And it's only a matter of time, man, to where they become the minority.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Jess. That's my working theory.
No, it's not. You want to know why it's not? It's the idea of that. It's not,
okay.
And they've always, that whenever they feel this empowerment of Black people, because I'm speak for my people alone. I'll let somebody else Brown come do all the talking for them. No, I'm not saying that negatively. I'm saying
I know,
but
it's just funny that you
said it's a genuine attack on Black people, because it's always Black people that get this attack from all angles. I would say it's the belief. So if you plant the idea that we're being outpopulated, it's going to happen. It started with the tiki torches dudes. Remember that one? Right?
Yeah.
Then then suppressing the voter registration in Georgia. Remember that one?
Yeah.
What else was there? There's been a steady attack on us from different angles, and they're using the government. They're using, now if people want to believe this is a plant of a person that is a white supremacist from a bigger group, it's just one of those things where it's like, all I can truthfully say is, now that we have them scared and we have their attention, is not the time to back off. It's not the time to take a step back. It's not the time to stop being proud of who you are and what you do in this world and what you're capable of. And I know that is a weak thing to say, but all I would tell people is I wear this shirt on purpose. You know what I'm saying? I got this one.
Not planned.
It wasn't. I got a couple. Go ahead.
For those listening on our other platforms, damn Jesse, I don't even know, what did the shirt say? Offer?
Educated Black man.
Educated Black man.
It's for those who are listening, but it's a danger. And then I also always have this shirt. I rock this shirt on buses. I rock this shirt in stores. And you know who always is giving me compliments? White people. White people. Oh, that's so true. But you know what I'm saying? I'll forever have this shirt.
Is it the white people that said I would have voted Obama for a third term?
Most likely. Most likely some get out people, but I'm not. At this very moment, we're still hurting. It just happened yesterday, so I don't want to move the conversation from what happened yesterday.
Right.
My favorite football team is the Buffalo Bills. I've never been to Buffalo. I've had ideas about Buffalo and, thoughts about Buffalo. And from what I've learned, it's not so much that. But for it to happen there in a small, Buffalo's not human, but it's not this huge community. So that, if you're on Bleacher Report, you got communities with your sports team. Everybody that's from Buffalo is like, one guy my mom was supposed to go to work today. She got a call. A coworker got shot in the head. This is coming from white, Black, Latino, brown, Asian, everybody from there. So it's a small community. They know exactly where it is. It is a predominantly Black area where it was where this
3
happened.
hours.
Mm-hmm. And so people know that exact area. People know people from there. And it's just sad, man. I got the news. I got the text message. And I was at work, and my first feeling was just like I was stabbed in the gut. You know what I'm saying? Like, but unfortunately, the feeling that this was coming sucks because it genuinely felt like this is coming. Like people are going to continue to do this, and whatever his manifesto said, I refuse to like even acknowledge it.
him.
I refuse to acknowledge. I didn't watch the video. I'm tired of watching. I'm tired of watching black people get killed.
Yeah.
Like I jumped off that train.
That shit is real life traumatizing watching.
I'm tired of people walking out and like police just showing up calm, like a motherfucker just did murder 10 black people in this damn store. Like police look calm. He walking out, had a manifesto, apologized. He should have been dead on sight. They shoot, but I said they shoot niggas for less though.
But bro, like, this is the reason why you can't do that. Because if they did that, his family gets the benefit from what black people have suffered from and fought for. You get what I'm saying? His family will benefit from that. They will benefit, and they will turn around and sue the fucking county, sue the whole police department, all that shit, and they will make that money because it's a false. You cannot just go in there. The laws that were created because of what they did to do to black people, you cannot. It has to apply for everyone. That's the thing that sucks. So if they go in there and they just kill them, they have a lawsuit on their hands. That's the sad part about it. So they have to do that. That's the thing about it. They get to benefit from what black people suffered from and try to fight for create law that get the police to stop doing that. Now, to say that they wouldn't have done that without these laws and everything, they would have did the same exact thing. What I'm just saying is they cannot do it and then feel like, hey, everything will be all right. Do we all agree that something should have happened to him, that he shouldn't have made it to jail? He shouldn't have made it out that door. No, he shouldn't have. I agree with you 100%. They just can't do it. The sad part is that's the sad part about it. I don't want to call it irony because it's really not irony, but it just sucks because there's plenty of people that's just suffering today. What about the people that got gunned down in church, like in the church, like it's just constantly happening, and it's one of those things where I'm not going to be scared because I refuse to be. Like, if it's if I catch myself in a situation like this, if I don't survive it, God called me. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I'm gonna take it. But all I would say is that I love y'all, and I love like all my family, friends, and anybody I've ever met, and I just hope and pray that you guys don't find yourself in this situation. We all live in areas and work in areas where it's an attack can happen at any point in time. Y'all live in Vegas. The shooter, Kev, were you in Vegas when this shooter? You know what I mean?
The festival shooter.
Yeah. They thought a shooter happened last night.
Yeah, my friend.
Yeah, they thought one happened at Lovers and Friends.
Yeah, my friend Nita was in Vegas when the shooter the dude was for her birthday celebration when the dude was shooting from the window. Like we live in area, unfortunately, in an area, but I say that, and we look at Buffalo, and it doesn't matter where you live. It just really matters about the color of your skin, and that's the sad part about it. But it's just one of those things that it's terrible. I don't know how an 18-year-old kid can come up with a complete manifesto. So I'm sitting there like, where's his family has to be arrested? Who's his parents? Like everybody that he has encountered with got to go down for this, especially his parents. Remember, that is actually something that's
wasn't he on IG live before this happened to you? He was like on live or some shit.
He was. It wasn't it. It was Twitch. He was. He was live streaming it. He live streamed it. So, it's just one of those things where I just say, I know that there was a kid that his mom got arrested and put in prison for what he did. So I think that's the same. We got to do the same thing for him. Like he doesn't just learn this shit through the internet. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I think there's a lot of anger. There's a lot of 17 and 18-year-olds who feel like Kyle Rittenhouse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, there's definitely some that they will jump in.
But he was 18, right?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's one of
Yeah.
those things where it's as a parent, like you got to bear the responsibility too. That's the one thing where I'm just like, you got to bear that responsibility. You are responsible for this kid. You are responsible for him getting guns. You are responsible for him pulling that trigger. You are responsible for him feeling the way he feels and believing he can
Feels
act
that
on
his
it.
people are better than or greater than or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta strap up. I am.
Yeah. So thank you, Jesse. That was way better. When it's funny that before the pod before we hit these mics, so we talked about how we barely was gonna touch it and just say our thoughts and prayers, and just gave
No,
us a
it's
whole word. I
definitely
appreciate it. No, it was everything you said was needed, man. Like for real.
no. I'm sorry. I said it, but I want to reiterate it. Thoughts, prayers, and just
Yeah. To the families, victims, everybody that was affected for sure.
and
'cause
hopefully the long coming therapy that's gonna happen to this will never go away, but just hopefully a long strong therapy and doesn't break on any families.
Right.
Hopefully,
So I forgot to mention up top, and this is my fault. We're recording this on Sunday, in between the Bucks and the Celtics game 7 that just ended, and we're recording this between the Mavs and Suns game. So, real quick, thank you, Jesse, thank you, Real, for that, and we're gonna get to our normal scheduled thing. I thought that was important to bring up off the top because we come in here and we laugh and we talk about a whole bunch of shit that we enjoy, but I feel like a lot of times since we have this platform and we've been doing this shit for 4 years, we almost have a responsibility to talk about shit that affects us. And from the way I'm looking at y'all, that definitely affected y'all like it affected me and mine. So, update. That's what I was gonna say. Update on our bets. Jesse, you kind of kicking our ass, bro. You kind of kicking our ass right now. So
can you now reiterate why the score is what the score is, or are we not gonna do that? We just I'm not doing it because
you hit. Okay. So I mean I've updated it. So
okay.
You hit 3 series spot on. Do you remember the 3 series you hit spot on? Because
I hit the Timberwolves,
yes,
Memphis spot on. I hit
the Warriors, which all 3 of us hit the Warriors, so that's not
Warriors.
impressive.
I hit the Warriors, and then I hit.
We all hit
Philly.
Warriors in 6,
and I hit Philly.
So you hit
first
3.
round.
You hit
first round. Philly,
first round.
Yeah.
So you hit 3 spot on. So you got 3 points. So I was telling Rel before you hopped on. So you currently are the leader right now. You have 10 points, based off of our picks.
So wait, 10 points. How are we doing?
You get 1 point if you pick the winner of the series, but you don't pick the right amount of games. See what I'm saying?
Okay, my bad. Yeah, I thought it was 2. My bad.
You picked the winner. Yeah.
But I didn't get the amount of games. Yeah.
You didn't get the correct amount of games, and you get no points.
If you don't get it.
If you don't get it right.
Oh wait, I thought it's 2.
No, we're doing 1.
Oh, now we're doing 1.
Yeah, we're trying to make some separation. You're
Okay.
already kicking our ass. Why are you complaining about the rules?
I'm just making sure. You trying to create some separation. I'm trying to get the point.
I'm over here trying to do this. Rail's in second place right now. He picked 2 series spot on. We all picked the Warriors in 6. And he was the only one that got this one, the Celtics, right. He picked in 7, me and you picked the Celtics in 6. I have 5 points. Real has, let me see, 6, 7.
We'll have
Real
a
has 8.
Real has a champion.
Real has 8. You have 10. I have 5.
Okay.
But I can turn around because I'm the only one that have the Mavs in 7.
I have. Oh, yeah, Mavs in 7.
I have Mavs in 7.
I have Suns in 7.
You have Suns in 7. He has Suns in. Let me make sure. I don't even know.
But I would still get
1 point. You can still get a point if you can still get a point. But if I hit, I'm back in the. If I hit, I'm back in that thing. I'll be at 8. Right. But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So speaking of game 7s, like I said, we just watched that's probably the least the most game 7 that had all the hype in the world that ended in a way that was just like anticlimactic. Like it was just
it started so great
it started like it was gonna be one of those game sevens where it's like, oh my god, this is one of them ones. So again, if you're listening to this, you already know the Celtics completely blew out the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis looked tired.
He was.
I think he came out like one time, if I remember correctly. I could check his box score and look at his time.
I think it's
now it's garbage time.
It was like 30 seconds.
He played. He just looked exhausted. He was missing normal layups that he normally make. I think
they also weren't making threes. So
yeah, I was gonna get to that part. That's the big part. Yeah,
they got tricked in the sense they got tricked because they were allowing Brook Lopez to hit those down low shots and
turnarounds. Yeah, it was working at first.
It was working, right? So then it was like, and then they stopped. They didn't hit any threes.
Like you said,
Giannis couldn't. It didn't open the lane. It just it blocked the lane.
Yeah, exactly. So like you said, the way the game started, it looked like it was going to be one of those Milwaukee games where Giannis was going to have,
a triple
30
in the first half,
20, and because he was passing around his shooters. Like I think Grayson Allen hit one. Like I know Splash Mountain hit like two. But it looked like one of those games where Giannis was going to pass it around and then he was going to be able to eat. But then, man, did the well dry up fast on them Milwaukee boys. This was one of them. And, Jason Tatum took his hot streak from game 6 and kind of just carried over to game 7, which I didn't think was possible. And Grant Williams was the point leader. But for me,
I mean, he was getting it was shooting practice.
It was shooting practice. He was getting wide open threes in the corner. The way they was running their offense, he was wide open. The way they was running the offense.
That was another trick. That was another trick.
Derek White had
had wide open shots.
He made one.
And that was the big one. That was the biggest one because that was the one where
that was the confidence one. The one he made was one of those confidence ones.
That was the one that closed the game where it was just like, oh, they're not coming back.
Yeah.
Because Jason Tatum was out the game and you thought, okay, they got it down to 12. It got it down to 10. It might be. And then he hits that three.
I would say this. I was surprised that Robert Williams didn't play. I was surprised by
that.
I was surprised by the confidence Grant Williams had because even though I like him, he annoys me sometimes. I'm just like,
I do not like him.
What's wrong with him? I don't like Celtics. Why
I don't like Celtics annoy you?
I mean, Jason Tatum is one of my favorite players in the league. He's top 5 player in the league, and but Grant is not. But Grant Williams, he just annoys the shit out of me. Dog shit.
He's annoying. He's annoying to me too.
I don't know if he's annoying, but he's not.
He fell down earlier, and I was like, "Get up, get back!"
Thank you. Like this,
Jesse. You know what? I saw the same play you saw. Where he caught like supposed bone, and everybody's running back, and he's all.
When you said get up, you made me think of that meme of that girl that says "Stand up."
Yeah, like get up. That nigga be acting like goddamn.
Dog, he was on the ground. I'm like, dog, it's the 4th quarter. Get up. They didn't call anything. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, like if it ain't broke,
you're Grant Williams. You're not getting those calls. Like, get up. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so congratulations on Giannis on another phenomenal season. He's the best player in the game. It's his crown until Giannis. Like we are now in the Giannis era. Like since last year we're in the Giannis area. We're in the Giannis era.
If they had Cape Mid, they win the series.
And I'm gonna have
I think so.
So real. I called you someday last week, and we were talking about Bill Simmons' love letter.
Mm-hmm.
During the off season when we don't have hoop to talk about, I'm gonna write a love letter to Kevin Durant. And I'm gonna do it on the pod. I'm gonna write all my thoughts about KD,
and
I'm literally, and y'all just gonna have to clear out. I'm gonna do like 10 minutes on KD.
Hey, bro.
And I'm gonna write a love letter on KD.
You have your mom on here.
No shit, she's gonna mess up my love letter. She can come on though. Anytime.
Nigga, mess it up. She gonna write it. She gonna make sure it's right.
No. When I say love letter, it's gonna be a love letter about, hey KD, life has passed you by, basically.
Oh,
it's gonna be one of those.
I thought this was like a
No, not a real love letter, like a KKD. Life has passed you by. Anyway, yeah. So we're looking for we're looking forward to Game 7 between the Mavs and the Suns. Hopefully, Luka Magic helps me.
They gonna need it.
But it's not looking good because last year, the series we were just talking about.
I just hate Devin Booker so much. I like him as a player. I hate Devin Booker. I want him to lose, but I hope the Suns win.
That's new. Why you hate this? Why you hate Devin Booker?
Because he just has this. He's I don't know. He just does the little snarky shit. I watched the game. For both things, on the court and then the other shit. And I actually.
But he's always been a shit talker.
Yeah, but it really annoys me during the playoffs. And I'm just bro.
He's always been a shit talker.
I mean, I just hope him to lose.
That's my only thing too.
I like him as a player.
I forgot who I was talking to, and I was just like. I was like, Devin Booker is cocky as hell, but everybody's like, he's always been like that. And
he's always been that way.
But he's been like that, but he was on shitty. He's only been good for 2 seasons. He's only been on good teams for 2 seasons. It's like
he made the playoffs for the first time last year, and then you went to the finals, bro. This all new
territory. But the nigga was doing it when they were bad. That's the thing that just sucks. It doesn't suck, but it's like I don't.
It's crazy how fast the narrative and how fanfare turn on you, because I feel like the same thing about Ja. It switched quick. People was loving Ja for longest, and then his team was just like, all right, man, y'all haven't won shit. Why y'all talking so much?
I think the only problem I had was when he was sitting there trying to get his teammates to dance after they won Game 5, and it was like, nigga, you're still facing an elimination. There's nothing to celebrate right here.
Nigga had to go back to the Devil's Den to win 1 game, and he up there doing the fake stuff, and I'm like, bro, that's cool and all, but you better go home and you like it's over
until it's like, nigga, y'all are not
false confidence.
Now you're just over. Now I'll say this, it was fun until I saw that, and it was kind of like, this is really okay, you're a young team, and not only you're a young team, you're a young player to think that you can, you not even playing, but you're sitting there trying to get your teammates to dance because they won a 40-point game when you guys were down 3-1.
Like I said, it's just weird because at the beginning of the season, everybody loved him. They was barking at Bron, and Bron told him up rep. He was like, y'all humble yourselves, y'all ain't done nothing yet. Y'all winning, y'all kicking ass in the regular season game. Humble yourselves.
Here's the thing though, everybody knows even motherfuckers like Skip Bayless picking them to go to the finals. It's I'm like, why would you?
This is why I definitely don't watch that show. He picked them. He picked the Grizzlies to go to the finals.
That was his pick to go to the finals. And I was like, there's no way.
Imagine you could be so bad at your job.
That's true.
And get paid as much as Simmons.
All right, Mr. 5 points.
I'm not getting paid millions of dollars yet, Jesse. And I have time to rally. Thank you very much.
He gonna pick them, and I was just like, you know what? I'm all, there's steps when it comes to playoffs. Everybody knows that. There's the punch. There's the oh shit. Yeah. There's the oh shit. We're not as good as this team because this team been here a few times.
Now I know what it takes.
Yeah, now I know what it takes. And then there's that other step, and that's when you can either go to where you can ascend the championship territory and win it, or you can, maybe kind of fizzle out.
That's the only positive. That's the only positive thing about the Celtics team. They've taken their lumps. They've taken their bumps and bruises. They went against Bron this final season. They went against
19-year-old Tatum.
19-year-old Tatum went against 2018 Bron, still at the peak of his powers, had everything working, and they lost in the Game 7, almost made it to the championship. They've taken their lumps, and then they lost to Giannis 2 years ago, right? Mm-hmm. From there. Yeah, they lost to Giannis in the so they've taken their lumps. They've been to the highest highs and they've had the lowest lows.
They lost to the Celtics in the bubble. They lost to the Heat in the bubble.
They lost to the Heat in the bubble, So as much as I hate, they lost to the Heat. As much as I hate Boston and I hate Boston fans being happy, them to go to the finals. I don't. But to go either. So I just.
I don't want to see the Heat either because the Heat are fucking boring, bro. I fall asleep on Heat games.
That was the problem with the Bucks, but I was like, I love Giannis, so
give me Celtics, but Warriors.
All the Celtics need to know is if Middleton was in that series.
It would have ended in 6 games.
It would end in 6 games. It would end in 6 games.
Because he would have closed them out.
So think about think about that.
So the Bucks just got to run it back.
But I'll say this for all those people that were like, "Oh, the Bucks and the Suns made it to the finals because it was the most injury plagued postseason." That the Bucks are not getting that pass with Middleton out. People still expected them to win, and the Bucks
injuries happen in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to say is I'm not taking anything away from the Bucks last year. Injuries happen.
No, I don't know. If you watch basketball on a regular, you would know that every year there's one injury that there's literally I believe you can literally count. Go back to each playoff and count.
I will also say
injury. Like I remember when the Lakers when Peja Stojakovic rolled his ankle in the Western Conference Finals. If he had not, we would have lost that fucking series. He would have busted our ass. He was half a player the rest of that series.
And according to Celtics fans, if Kendrick Perkins would have started in the finals against the Lakers, I'm just
we're not gonna count
that. That nigga played 13 minutes.
The nigga didn't do anything for them except stand in the middle.
I didn't finish it. I was just telling you what Celtics fans think. I'm not. I didn't say that.
Laker fans can say we're missing Bynum and Ariza was half a man that first time we faced.
No, Ariza was still. Ariza still had gas in the tank at that point.
No, I'm saying he was coming off an injury. Remember?
Yeah, he was.
He was coming back from injury. And a lot of people said he came back early for that series. So it is what it is. All I'm saying is, fuck Kendrick Perkins.
Okay, Draymond. All right. So yeah, we're done with hoop. Now we're gonna take it to sneakers real quick, unless anybody else has something else to say they want to talk about.
I will say this. Yeah. Steph, you better wake the fuck up, or you guys are not going to the finals.
100%.
You are not going to the finals. Can I ask you a question? Because me and my brothers were talking about this. Has Steph really had a defining playoff game? Is there a game we can name players and be like they're superstar players, but name the Steph defining game that was
game.
You had a couple.
Is it the first one in Oakland?
But I
want to say game 2. It's been a minute though, but I know I get your sentiment.
It's got to be game 2. Close out a series.
It's got to be game 2, Cavs, Warriors. The year it was LeBron and Caleb and Kyrie got hurt in game 1.
Oh, he did have a good game 1 though.
Yeah.
That series.
No, it was game 2. It was like game 2. I forget how much he had. It was like game 2 because the game LeBron was so fucking tired where he had the ball and he did one of this and he was holding his head because he played damn near the whole game because the Warriors were up by 7 with it was a minute and a half left and Steph came down and hit 2 threes and they had to go into overtime and they barely squeaked it out. It was one of those games. But yeah. Steph, it's been a minute though, but I get your sentiment. He hasn't been himself, to be honest with you. I know you guys don't like numbers like that, but
his numbers are down.
Steph is nerds. Steph is not shooting over 40% from 3. He hasn't been shooting over 40% since he's been back, and especially in the playoffs.
You still can get your ass out there.
His attempts in this series have necessarily been down too, because usually Steph
has a hockey assist type shot. Not to cut you off, where his shot is so effective to where you hedge it so hard, and he shoots it to where it's going to create some domino effect. Maybe offensive rebound, Draymond kick back out the pool, long stretch, a bad switch. I don't know, but Steph,
I do.
Certain percentage doesn't matter though.
So I do agree that Steph needs to wake up. So that's a good point, Jesse. But I think that the real issue is their defense has not been great with the pool party, whatever you guys want to call this party of 3 lineup.
You can't play that many small.
And it feels especially in that series, it felt like the Andre Iguodala injury was a big injury for all of a sudden. Where we're just damn, y'all need Andre Iguodala.
Honestly. I was really happy Andre did not play because I was like, these young boys go right on. Andre, that's how I felt about it.
Nah, because as much as everybody loves Kuminga come in there and he just fuck up.
Kuminga's
he just come in there and fuck up. And then it's if we're no disrespect to Damian Lee, but if we're please bring in Damian Lee. Like, please bring in
I do
Damian
think-
Lee or what's the other light skinned dude that was in the dunk contest? Real, what's his name?
Toscano Anderson.
This guy. If we're begging for Toscano Anderson to come in, like you know,
I will say-
First off, Damian Lee should be rapping fucking burgers as brother with Steph Curry. Like he's a fucking buff.
Damon, no,
He's a fucking
Damon Lee
can play with us at the local rec, bro.
The level
Big
just
three.
and he'll burn that fucking net up.
I
Damon
was
Lee
like,
can play.
I don't know,
ball
bro.
us up.
I don't know. Damian
Lee-
Lee is
Damon Lee
ass. That
Damon
nigga
Lee will
be-
burn that net up.
I don't know.
He'd be
nigga.
a wreck.
I will say this.
Brother, if
I-
Damian Lee brother
I'm
wasn't
not
Steph
sure.
Curry, if he wasn't with Steph Curry's sister, he'd be rapping burgers.
I'm not sure he's a playoff rotation guy for the Warriors, but he'll burn the net
Nigga,
off.
I don't know if he's an NBA player. What the
No,
fuck
no,
you mean?
the
You're
nigga's
being
an NBA
foul.
player. You're disrespectful. He's an NBA player. Get the fuck out of here.
Now,
The Lakers.
I
you
don't
should
know
know
for
what
how
NBA
many-
players look like because
I don't know.
There were
if he-
several Laker players that weren't NBA that shouldn't have been on the fucking teams this year. DeAndre Jordan, anybody? Anyway,
First of
I
all,
will
DeAndre
say
Jordan
that-
that started 2 playoff games. DeAndre Jordan started 2 playoff games.
what does that mean? I don't mean to. And they got
and,
destroyed.
and he had the worst plus minus and everything. He had the worst plus.
Hey, he
but
made it to the playoffs, second round at that.
How you on the court for like 3 minutes and have the worst plus minus out of everybody that played?
He
the entire
made
game?
it to this. He made it to the second round.
Destroying them when they saw DeAndre
problem.
Jordan and said, "Let's go."
He started 2 playoff games, and nobody can ever take that away from DeAndre Jordan's family.
It was 3.5 against 5 with a
Hey, let
DeAndre
me be the first one. Congratulations, DeAndre Jordan, on a great, outstanding career. But it's time.
God,
It's
how did it end so badly?
time.
Usually those older guys have that big game where it's like, I used to be something. This is just blood, bro.
The curtain's calling.
But you know what it is, though? The difference is that he never made the commitment that Dwight made. Dwight made the commitment and said, I'm gonna grab a shit ton of boards and I'm gonna at least be frisky.
That's all he was.
I'm gonna at least be frisky, you know, like but around the
But
rim.
the problem is Dwight's a hack, though. Anyway, and he does this all the time. Anyway,
God.
all right. So real quick, so we're gonna talk about sneakers and stuff. But first, I want to talk about this Kyrie situation. So,
Nigga loose around that caboose.
so for those who aren't hip and aware, let me get my phone. See, I should be prepared, and I'm not because my phone dropped. There was a release by Sneaker News that Nike is debating, or that the most likely Nike is not gonna extend Kyrie on his deal with Nike. The crazy thing is, I mentioned this on a pod. It had to be like 2 months ago, and I don't know if you guys. I remember this. I mentioned it 2 months ago
When I
because
saw the report, I was like, Kev was saying something about this.
So Rel and I talked about this like a long time ago, but like I feel like there's too many signature athletes. And that goes for all brands across the board. So I told Rel, I think the reason why there isn't all-star sneakers anymore, where it's like this sneaker is themed around this all-star break, and this sneaker is themed around Halloween and all those things anymore, because they're putting all their money and their resources to signature athletes. Too many signature athletes. And Kyrie Irving is one of them. So I just want to read this verbatim. So it was reported that Kyrie's long-term deal with Nike is going to expire. He got his first signature sneaker with Nike around in the 2014 season for $11 million a year. By 2018, his shoe was the second most worn sneaker in the NBA, which is saying a whole lot. You see players everywhere wearing Kyrie's. And then I want to say it was around the summer of 2021, Kyrie completely dissed the Kyrie 8 and called them trash. Which he wasn't lying. But he completely said the shoe was trash, that he had nothing to do with the design. Nike's trying to get him to push this sneaker. And then the pandemic happens, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to remember the timeline correctly. And everybody knows what happened with Kyrie this season, where he only played, 34 games in the regular season due to New York's mandate. So he ended up wearing the Kyrie 8, but not promoting it as much. And like I said, with the rise of Ja Morant, which is a signature shoe is coming for Ja Morant. Like, that's happening. That one's locked and sealed and happening already. Kyrie Irving's no longer a priority for the brand of Nike, and it's easy to see. But anybody who can do tic-tac-toe should be able to figure that out, because as big as Nike is, like, they still have to prioritize athletes. Like, they gave LeBron the B, they're still pushing out PGs, which a lot of players seem to like. And they got the Jordan brand athletes, and then the KD brand, which is not as worn by a lot of players on the court. But Kyrie not playing is not helping Nike sell Kyrie sneakers. So I think the Ja thing, just similar to when we talked about this way back when, that Kyrie's emergence when Nike let go of Steph. I don't know if let go is the proper way to say how they fumbled not keeping Steph. Is the proper way to say it. Now Ja's emergence has made it okay for Nike to say deuces to Kyrie. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with that, man, because Kyrie has a lot of big decisions in his future. Like what kind of contract the Brooklyn Nets is gonna offer him in the offseason. Because I'm sure he's gonna be looking at I'm sure he's gonna want the whole full bag in his exit interview. Which we talked about on here, if I remember correctly. He said him, KD, and Sean Marks are going to have to decide how they're going to build the team, which was kind of wild. Because it's like, nigga, you a part-time employee. Go ahead.
I was going to let you finish, but remember how we were like talking about Kyrie wins overall? Did he?
I don't think he gives a fuck about this contract, man. I'm
just asking the whole COVID thing. Like after he got the comeback with the COVID stuff and everything,
he won because he didn't have to get the shot.
No, I'm talking about people in general, because even that was not the only thing about he won. It was now he gets to come back to a title contender and everything, and they're legitimate favorites. The whole COVID thing, he misses half the season. One of the excuses he uses for why they're not gelling well as well. It's hard to put a team together in 2 weeks. And that was the whole thing, Kyrie. Your contract's coming up, and people think that there's a chance that you're not going to get re-signed to the Nets. You're about to lose your Nike deal. I know he doesn't care about, but what did you really win at the end of the day? Like
not getting stabbed by a shot.
Congratulations.
I'm back, so I'm making jokes anyway for non-vaxxers.
I know, and if anybody that's not vaxxed, cool, whatever. But I hope you're not. You guys were walking around with that. You guys were palms to the sky. See, we don't have to get that shot. Kyrie does win, and the nigga lost. At the end of the day, nothing worked out in his favor, except he didn't have to take the shot. And congratulations.
Congratulations, you have to take a shot. Ro, you have anything to add?
Fuck Kyrie.
Hey, Ro, side note, not to cut you off. Did you listen to Zach's pod this week with Bobby Marks and Howard Beck?
Yeah, I did.
Zach had me dying when he was when Howard was talking about James Harden. And Zach just out of nowhere was like, "I'm so tired.
I like when he says humanity loses."
Yeah, he was like between James Harden, Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons. I'm just so tired. I'm so tired. And again, for him, like we have a platform too, just for like I'm tired of talking about those three, even though we
Oh,
didn't kill. We haven't killed James Harden on here. But if you guys want me to, I got that.
What for? What? He's already dead.
But
He's
that just had me die. Go ahead, real. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No. All I said is, I just feel like this is a long time coming. Kyrie, he went from the most likable player to the least likable player. It's not even the stance he took; it just the person.
But was he ever the most likable player?
The Uncle Drew,
he was up there. He was up there for sure.
I mean, he still is now because everybody loves him. But when he was with Uncle Drew and the movie came out, and it was like that whole he was going the Pepsi commercial.
Yeah,
he
was becoming likable.
It's crazy how people will like you from afar when they don't know much about you, but once you start going on podcasts and talk about flat Earth and here's I could be a head coach, KD could be a head coach. What else? Name all the weird stuff.
Life of a martyr.
Well, what else? He
said that last week. He called himself a martyr.
Call the journalists peasants, and what else did he call them? What else did he call them journalists? Peons.
Peon. So that's the only thing that you're gonna lose me when you sit there and try to put yourself like you're this person that's above people.
He called himself a martyr.
Yeah, like you're a god or something, and it's like, nigga, you're just great at basketball. You haven't really proven that you're great at anything else. So
my thing is, I don't understand like why being great at what we know you as, like Kyrie, if you didn't have a ball in your hands, you can't tap dance. You're not building an architect. We wouldn't know you, Kyrie.
He may be able to tap dance the way he be moving.
I'm gonna say the way he move. I've seen him. To be honest with you,
he wouldn't be no Michael Jackson. We don't know if he'd be.
I think he would be able to get the footwork down. You're right. Like it's just one of those things where it's like you
what happened to being like people. I'm not trying to demean whatever going on in the world, but at the same time. Like there's clause that you have to do. It's been a tough couple years, especially with players having to come back to where they want to get vaccinated or unvaccinated. I understand the conundrum that players are in, but I don't appreciate is the audacity that Kyrie talks to call himself a fucking martyr. Like he just he said the life of a martyr when he did KD's podcast. I cut it off. I said, bro, you play ball. You're not a martyr. You hoop.
I also just don't like the I'm smarter than everybody thing. It's just, I don't like that.
Jackie McMullen always talks about that. It says no matter what Kyrie's room, whatever room Kyrie's in, he feels like he's the smartest person in the room. And it's just, he's one of those guys, man. It's just, but so this is going to be a wait and see situation because I think the way this is reported that I don't think this is just necessarily rumors. I think this is a real life thing that's going to happen. So it's gonna be interesting to see what Kyrie. I think free agent sneaker Kyrie is gonna be dope though. Like if you want to talk on positive side, he gets to wear whatever he wants. If maybe he wants to do, what I heard, maybe if he wants to do the John Wall way, because if you guys remember this is a minute ago when John Wall got his signature sneaker because he wanted to stay with Nike, but Nike wasn't paying, so he went to Adidas and he got 2 signature sneakers. Well, first he got his. I'm sorry. So let me start from the back. So first he was with Reebok. Then he went with Adidas, and he got 3 or 2 signature sneakers with Adidas, if I remember correctly. And then he never re-up because Adidas, his shoes wasn't selling. So he was a free agent for a long time. So he was wearing, his signature sneakers from Adidas, his signature from Reebok. So similar to that situation, similar to the Kobe situation, I think free agent Kyrie wearing whatever he wants to wear could be cool. Could open up some really cool sneaker opportunities for brands. He's in New York now, and Boston probably won't fuck with him because I was gonna say maybe New Balance fuck with him, but I think New Balance is Boston based if I remember correctly, and I don't think.
From what I heard, he's trying to do what Kobe was gonna do.
Maybe if he's gonna do his own brand and create his own shoe like Zoe, and create do his own thing. Like there's plenty of options. I'm sure some Chinese brand is probably knocking on his door, seeing what's up with him too. Li Ning.
This shoe was very popular. So
if he cares about the world so much, he better take it to all of where things get made.
I'm sure one of these brands will knock down his door. Kyrie, like he's in a big market. He's gonna be on a team that's gonna be on ESPN, TNT for a long time. I'm sorry. most likely because we don't know what the Nets are going to do with him in that contract, because I don't know what that's going to happen with that, but we'll find that out. But it seems like he's gonna be on the team that's gonna be marketable, and he's gonna see it less. So it's gonna be interesting to see what's gonna happen with his foot deal. So that's gonna be fun. Who knows? All right, so we're gonna end it here. Close it with the Nike versus StockX thing, and this ain't even got to be that long, to be honest with you. So Nike came out and reported that they bought 4 sneakers from StockX, and 4 of them were fake. I tried to look up and see what shoes they bought, but it hasn't been reported. I'm sure some people know, but nothing that I researched on the interwebs showed what shoes that Nike bought from StockX that they consider fake. For those who don't know, StockX and Nike are in an ongoing legal battle over this NFT shit. So StockX came out with a statement basically, and I don't want to read it for full verbatim because it's very windy and very lengthy, and it's very industry words. But the gist of it is, StockX feels like Nike's trying to taint their water about their legal issues and trying to poison the public perception of StockX. And StockX is basically saying that, hey, some of your CEOs uses us and says we like a lot of our shoes are great and our authenticity guaranteed has worked, and we're really good at spotting out fakes. So it's a back and forth between these two giants in the sneaker business. I myself, I believe StockX gets some fakes and some fakes gets by and it passes the smell test. Yeah. I think they're authorizing and letting so many pairs of not only shoes but merchandise go by now, because now they're doing trading cards and memorabilia and clothing. So do I think some things slip through the cracks, like some really really well made Yeezys or some Wave Runners or some really well made Travis Scott Jordan 1s? Yeah, I've watched plenty of YouTube videos where a YouTuber would say, like, do comparisons between a real and a fake, and he won't tell us where he got the bake, but he's like, if you know, you can buy these. And he did a comparison, and he was like, yo, I did 10 minutes on these sneakers, looking these over, doing this with the real and the fake, and this is the only difference. And if a shoe only has one small like
I'm Mario Winans. I don't want to know.
You don't want to know?
I don't want to know.
I was going to ask that question. How deeply would you inspect your shoes?
I mean, because I'll be honest with you, I just bought some before this happened.
And if you buy it from StockX, you want to feel comfortable. So yeah, I get that part. Go ahead.
Not to cut you off, but I bought my first pair of shoes I bought a long time from, and I bought them on StockX right when this shit happened. They were cool grays, and I was kind of nervous, and I was about to check into them, because I just googled it.
There were so many cool grays. I'm pretty sure you got some real ones. They're fakes?
And no. I googled cool gray fakes, but I didn't even look at it. Like I was saying, I don't want to know. If you're playing me, keep it on the low, because my heart can't take it anymore. I can't. I don't give a. I paid the money for it, and hopefully the nigga I bought it from was cool. I mean, I don't know. I bought some cool grays, and I'm rocking them in cool faith when I do rock them in the wintertime.
I'm rocking them in. He said, "Look at that double entendre. I'm rocking them in cool faith. I got the bars, bro. I rock them. The bars off."
Here's what I would say. Like, my thing is not that I'm telling anybody to not want real shoes, but it's like, if there's like one thing that's not even noticeable, you got to really inspect the shoe. Anybody that gets the fake shoe, you just first and foremost, if you can get your money back, get your money back. But it's just one of those things where I see it as I'm not gonna. This ain't one of those things like when we was in high school or middle school and be like, nigga, this ain't boo boo and all that with the. You know what I'm saying? You can see nobody's expecting your shoes like that unless it's a big time fucking
First
No.
off,
Remember when we were kids and we were going to the barbershop and the dude in the sneaker man would walk in. He was not only he was selling sneakers, but he was selling CDs, he was selling DVDs, and he'd come in and he'd have everything. He have, you buy your boot, you buy for me, you buy 3 Medeas on one disc. Like, oh, I got all the Medea videos.
Yeah.
And he also had shoes, and you just like, and it's like, yeah, those are Jordan 11s, but ain't no purple Jordan 11 out, man. Like,
but isn't there a difference? Isn't there a difference if you're out there buying it from somebody? Like, I know if somebody walked in with the purple Jordan 11 like that, they'd be like, "Oh, these are these are 11." I'm not buying them off you.
These the Laker ones. They made these for Bron.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. See, I'm not saying that.
See, I bought these Cougar 11s and I was like nervous, and then this shit came out, and I was like, I don't even care, bro, because I ain't bought no kicks in like almost a year and a half. And this is the first pair of kicks up on them, so a year. So it's almost been it's been a while since I bought. So
I would say this. I buy my lady and I. We buy stuff from StockX. She sells on StockX. She sells on StockX. We buy stuff on StockX. I have faith in StockX products. Now, again, like I said, do I believe that some fakes slip through the cracks? Absolutely. I think even GOAT, like all these, what else is another after Sneaker Market? GOAT, SneakerCon, the SneakerCon app. There's plenty of these sites where I think, hell yeah, I think they're trying to move so much product, and their whole business model is.
It would be impossible. It would be impossible for something not to sneak through the cracks. Like, especially how, like you said, how close these things are. Like, how much you have to inspect it. So yeah, it'd be impossible.
30-minute YouTube videos on Travis Scott real ones and Travis Scott fake ones, Jordan ones. Like, it's just it makes.
And I'm telling you right now, if I have to look at a shoe for 30 minutes to see if it's real,
if the price I pay, like I got a 12 and a half. The price was $395 after tax. That shit was like $4
30.
Yeah. I paid like $444. Was shipping directly to the crib. I don't care at that point. Like, if somebody got me, me along the way,
I'm good.
Like,
I'm gonna wear jeans with him. You won't see him in shorts.
But it's like, even if you wore him in shorts, I wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't know. It will take a real sneaker.
It wasn't my intention when I bought them.
Do me a favor. Do not leave that StockX tag on them. I hate losers.
I don't. Nah.
Any loser.
Also, no free promo.
If you're a person who buys from StockX and you leave the tag on, you're a loser. You're a loser. This
only thing I keep on is my Virgil tag. Is my Virgil tag. I keep my Virgil tag on my off.
Yeah, you got to keep that on. My thing is just look, I don't plan to resell the shoes or anything. I plan to just wear them. So I doubt there's like you said, if it's some purple patent leathers, then nigga, those are real shoes. But if it's
they made it for Bron though, Jess. Those are the Brons.
But I'm just saying, like, other than that, I don't think and I'm not condoning, like, I'm not saying go get
my barbershop used to have military colored Jordan 12s.
all I'm really saying is just like, if they fake, I'm gonna wear them. I don't really plan on restyling them. Nobody's gonna really notice. People are gonna be like, they're gonna see it and be like, oh, those is hard. Unless the Jordan is doing a layup. You know what I'm saying?
And so I mean, there's a level of freaks out there who look at niggas' shoes like me, where I'm like, I can spot a fake about them.
Oh yeah, for sure. But
or I get irritated with a team Jordan.
My thing is this: if you're a person in sneakers, you can't get caught wearing fakes though. Like, if you're a YouTuber / influencer.
Oh yeah, that's different. That's different.
Sneaker podcaster. You can't be caught wearing fakes. Remember, we talked about this off a line.
But I'm saying, but it's not my fault.
Me and one of my buddies tried to get me on his business about selling fake sneakers. We talked about this, and I was just like, nah, I'm trying to do stuff in the sneaker business.
But see, that's somebody openly selling you fakes. But I'm saying, if you pick up some fakes off of StockX, that's not your fucking fault.
Yeah, that's their fault. All right. Does anybody have anything else to say before we get up on out of here? Thank you. I would like to say thank you to everybody that will listen. Please don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. We would like to get our YouTube to 50 subscribers. So We're on the road to 50 subscribers. Thank you for all your listens and all your comments and interactions with our Instagram. And this, I'm Kev, and that's Rel, and that's Jesse, and we're those millennials, and we're out.